Hey guys, so today we're going to look at a simple problem where the goal is to find asymptotes and x and y intercepts. So hopefully it'll make more sense after this video. So first of all, what is an asymptote? An asymptote is an imaginary line on a graph, which the line of the graph gets infinitely close to but never really touches. And they can be both vertical and horizontal. So let's get started with that one first. So vertical asymptotes happen when the graph is divided by 0, when the function divides by 0, which obviously we can't do that. So here we have to ask the question, when is this dividing by 0? So when is x plus 2 equal to 0? Which is pretty simple, right? Because we don't want 0 in the denominator. We never want that. And obviously the answer is x is equal to -2. So that means over here on the graph, we can draw a dotted line for x equals -2. And we know that the function can never touch this line. It can get really close to it, but never really touch it. So that's the first part. Now for the horizontal asymptote. Well, a horizontal asymptote is when the function goes off to infinity. When x goes off to infinity, what is the y value? So let's check that. We do that by doing the limit of x going to infinity of 2x plus 8 over x plus 2. And when x's get really big, we don't really care about the 8 and the 2. So really this is the same as the limit as x goes to infinity of 2x over x. And then we can simplify the x's and we just get 2. So that means when x gets really big, the line will get to 2, but it will never really actually touch it. So that we know that the graph must be somewhere in these 4 sections, but it'll never intercept any of these lines. So that's good. Now let's move on to the x and y intercepts. Let's start with the y-intercept. Obviously the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0, because that's when the function intercepts the y axis. So let's plug in x is equal to 0. What do we get? 2 times 0 plus 8 divided by 0 plus 2, or 8 over 2, or just 4. So when x is equal to 0, the function is at 4. That makes sense. What about the x-intercept? Well, that must mean that the function has to be equal to 0. So when is 2x plus 8 divided by x plus 2 equal to 0? Also pretty simple. We can multiply both sides by x plus 2 to get rid of the fraction here. So if we do that, we just get 2x plus 8 equals 0, because 0 times x plus 2 is 0. And then to solve this, we just get x equals -4. So then we can draw a little dot, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. So we know that the graph will never touch any of these 2 lines, but has to go through these 2 points. Well, what can we say here? Well, we know that it'll go infinitely close to this line, right? Because it can't go down, because it would have to then intersect this line, so it has to go up. So we can just draw this like this, and it'll just get infinitely close, but never quite touch the line. That's the first part. What about the second part? Well, we know that it has to go through this point, and it has to start somewhere down here and get infinitely close to this line. So then it just looks like this. And that's it. There we have it. It's that simple. So anytime a problem asks you to find the asymptotes, the x and y intercepts, these are the steps you have to do. When is the denominator equal to 0? Plug in 0 for x, and find when the intercepts happen. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys like this video. Please click subscribe and stay geekly, my friends.